You wanna see what we do best? We got the recipe for success. We don't need sight to make something good tonight. We're owning the kitchen. We're gonna show you what we got. Full of the spice of life. We're stirring up the pot. We're cooking without looking. Cooking without looking. Yeah!
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Cooking Without Looking, the Blind Visionaries edition. I'm Sylvia Stinson Perez, and let's meet our guests for today from the Blind Visionaries, Michelle Ditter and Allison Arbuckle. Welcome, Allison and Michelle.
Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you.
So tell us, how did you both become part of the Blind Visionaries? Such a cool name.
I started just by going into the chats and getting familiar with it, and then they asked me to become a member, and I've worked my way up
Okay,
to the being an admin.
okay. And
I've
Allison, what about you?
I've been a member for several years. I've been a member of the group and was asked to join the admin team.
Okay,
And I've been an admin now for several years.
cool.
And I'm from the great state of Connecticut. So it's
Great.
nice to be part of the group. We have members from all over the United States and all over the world.
Awesome. Well, tell us a little bit, Allison and then Michelle, about yourselves and your blindness journey.
I've been having low vision all my life.
Mhm.
I was born with, actually, my story starts. My parents didn't know the name of my condition until I had my son. And my son was in the NICU, newborn intensive care unit after I had him. He was very sick. And when they came around through the NICU, the doctor that examined him said, um, she recommended that we see a retina specialist at Columbia Presbyterian in New York. So after he came out of the NICU, we packed him up and took him a few weeks out. We took him to see a doctor in New York, and he diagnosed us with the same. He said he looked at him and he looked at me, and Robert was just an infant at that point. He was like a week out of the NICU, and they were able to get us in. But he said, "You have familial exudative vitreoretinopathy." And basically, what that is, it's folds across the macula or folds across the retina. So there's blurry spots, there's things are not clear, um, and new blood vessel. They watch constantly for um, new blood vessels that could block and cause trouble within the eye.
That's
So
amazing that they could see that right at birth. Wow.
I was hoping
Mhm.
that because it's genetic, I was really
Mm,
at that when I got pregnant with the kids, that's one of the things that I
mm.
said was that I didn't want. I was hoping and praying that this would not transfer to my kids because of how difficult it was going through school and just being an adult and everything, not being able to drive. And it's very difficult having low vision. You really have to be creative and smart to live in a sighted world.
You do. But let me tell you, there's a reason, I mean, I don't want to say there's a reason, but I, having grown up blind, and I can tell you that you can do it. Like anybody can do it. You can figure it out.
Yes.
And having good role models make all the difference.
I
So,
was just going to say
yeah,
that with good role models
yeah.
and good supports and resources that are available to you.
Mm-hmm.
And even that sometimes is very hard to come by with
It is.
resources.
Yeah.
So I have joined the National Federation of the Blind of Connecticut, and they have greatly helped with
Good.
resources and information.
Great.
I've been to conventions, I've been to my state conventions,
Great.
and it's really a wealth of information. And they're like
Great.
a second family to me.
Cool. Michelle, what about you? Tell us about your blindness journey.
When I was born, I had three infections in my stomach, and the medicine that they gave me was in the animal testing stages. You either take that or you die. So it affected my eyes, my hearing, and I've got a bunch of, I don't have any feelings in my hands. So when I
Mm,
cook, I've got to be very careful. If I burn myself, I don't know it until the next day when I see blisters on my hands.
goodness. I'm hoping you wear gloves or something then. So, well, can y'all discuss what the Blind Visionaries does as an accessible Facebook group?
Sure. We are a group for anyone 18 and over. We offer resources, different articles about different things. We have different events where sometimes we'll have a spring fling or a fall festival, and we've asked Renee to come on and share her
Mm-hmm.
recipes and give us some hints and tips and tricks on
Mm-hmm.
how to do things.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we're a very creative group trying to get people more involved in the blind and low vision community.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we just try to support everyone as best we can. If people have questions, they post it, and then we do our best to answer any questions, give resources, give support, trying to be upbeat and uplifting for people.
Cool. Yeah.
And I
Nice.
try to share a bunch of YouTube videos and podcasts related to blindness.
I hope you're sharing the Cooking Without Looking TV podcasts and shows.
We do share.
Awesome. Okay, well, great. I think I follow the group. I'm pretty sure I do. So,
Okay, great.
Michelle, you're going to be making cheeseburger mac and cheese today. So
Yes,
let's hear about that, and we can get started.
I've done it since I've got some back problems. I've already done some of the prep work.
Great.
It's a recipe that I got from my mother, and when we made it at home, but we'd be lucky if there was leftovers. What she would do is she'd use about one or two boxes of macaroni and cheese, depending how hungry we were. We followed the directions on the box, and then depending how much, it would either be 1 pound of ground beef for two. Today I'm doing one box of mac and cheese and one packet of ground beef. After I I'm going to boil the milk, and then I add some shredded cheese, some butter, and 6 or 8 slices of American cheese. Mix that all together, usually on a medium heat. And when that's done, it's ready to eat.
That's it?
It's very simple.
Okay.
My
So,
mom and dad were farmers, so it's very simple. So they could get back outside to work in the fields.
okay. Do you want to show us your finished product?
I don't got it completely finished. I do have to
You know
put the
what?
meat in it.
We'll have a discussion. Did you cook your meat yet or no?
Yes, the meat I did, but I didn't put it in to get in yet.
So you're cooking that first and then you're gonna add the meat, right?
I've got everything cooked. All I gotta do is dump the meat in and stir
Okay.
it.
Okay. So it's mac and cheese box, a box of mac and cheese, milk, extra cheese. I always think you need extra cheese, that's for sure. The more cheese, the better. And
Yes,
what
I'm
what
same way.
and what else did you say? So the mac and cheese noodles, the milk, the cheese. Was there something else?
But I do shredded cheese,
Oh,
and then I
shredded.
do 6 or 8 slices of American cheese.
Oh, an American. So shredded cheese and American cheese. Great.
Basically,
Okay.
it's how on that it's however much your family likes.
Yeah.
You got a
Great.
bigger family, you increase it. It depends. It all depends on what your family likes.
Right. Okay.
Like
Well,
for each family, it would be different. If you don't like the shredded cheese, you keep it out. If you
mm,
want to try different cheeses, it's whatever your family likes. This is what my family likes.
okay. Well,
But if your family has a different recipe, it can be adjusted.
you can change the cheeses up. Yeah. Hmm.
But like I
Okay.
said, this is what my family did. So, and I
Okay.
can tell you there wasn't many leftovers, if any, my family. So,
Okay. Well, why don't we open up the discussion and talk about, while you're finishing it up, some tips on working in the kitchen. So, what are some things people should consider when they're visually impaired and they're working in the kitchen? And I know I have a list, so I can't wait to hear what some of the things everyone else shares, but I know I have a list, so I'll fill in too. So, Allison, do you have any you want to share? Maybe two or three? Maybe we'll give everybody a
Yes.
chance for two or three and then.
When I am cooking, I try to put a cookie sheet or a
Hmm.
something underneath,
A
either a cookie
tray.
sheet
Yep.
or a plate or some kind of
Hmm.
tray underneath whatever I'm doing, the prep work.
Yeah.
This catches any, if I'm using flour or sugar or anything,
Hmm.
baking powder, any dry ingredients, it catches everything. And with that catching everything, it makes, otherwise, stuff gets sticky real quick and it just
Hmm.
makes a big mess. So if you have a tray or something underneath, cookie sheet, tray, an extra plate, that really helps with things. And the other thing that I do is I have a knife guard for when I'm cooking, when I'm cutting things up to get ready to put them in the pan. I use the knife guard. It protects your knuckles
Hmm.
so that when you're chopping, you don't end up, you have to be very careful with a sharp knife, of course, but the knife guard helps to protect your knuckles and your fingers from getting slices or cuts. That
Great.
also really helps.
Yep. And I will say that you want to make sure your knives are sharp, not those dull knives, because you're more likely to cut yourself with a dull knife. So,
Yes.
yes. I'll just add one more to your tray thing too, is that I have learned too, is when I'm mixing something in a bowl, I now just will use a much bigger bowl than maybe I used to use. I'm doing some air quotes here, or that is needed because then I find that when I'm stirring, it's not going outside the bowl everywhere. I don't have to be so
Right.
super careful. And that has been a really time saver for mess saver, I guess.
I'm the same way. The bigger the balls, the better I am.
Hmm.
It
Michelle, do you have any other tips to share?
I use when I crack eggs, I do it in a separate bowl just to make sure that I
Uh-huh.
don't eggshells. Is what
Yep.
I do, and I'm like the bigger the bowls, the better. And I try to do all the prep work I can ahead of time.
Great tip. Yep.
So that like all I have to do is cook.
Hmm. So you can be focused. Yes.
Right.
Great. Do we have anyone in our anyone else who wants to share any tips?
Debbie, Elizabeth, either one? Both?
Renee? Anyone?
Well, you know what? One of the things I think I learned from you a long time ago is you don't have to preheat your oven.
No.
I think
Mhm.
that was like one of the big things you taught me.
Just
Uh,
got to add time if you don't. That's right.
right,
There are things you must preheat
right,
for, but there are
right.
lots of things it's okay not to. So,
Yeah, and it's always good to leave the oven open a little bit before you actually pull whatever it is out of it. You can
oh,
turn the oven off. Also, there are things that I do. I turn the oven off maybe 5 minutes before it's supposed to be turned off because there's
uh-huh.
residual heat in there.
Lots of heat in there.
You
Yeah,
Hmm.
get
you
a
don't
face
want
full
to
of
get
steam.
blasted with
Yeah.
Yeah.
a bunch
But
of steam in your
always,
face.
if she's going to talk about the oven, I'm
I
always
don't
going to
know if you can see this.
Well, Michelle, you might want to turn it over a little bit away from your body so we can see. Closer to your camera, walk towards your camera and then turn it over a little more. Well, you
Tip
know
the
what?
pan down. So
Yeah. You know what? Just put the pan down on something and just show a spoonful of it.
Oh, I could always put some in a. I got a better idea. I've got a
she's going to
fork
put
here.
some
I could
on a
put some in.
plate.
Yeah,
yeah.
there you go. There's a
Then
thought.
she's going to eat it. So I want to say while Michelle's doing that is, always, always too, when you're going to take something out of the oven, a hot oven, which is going to be hot for a long time, even after you turn it off, open the door all the
Exactly.
way. It's funny now, my husband will tell me I'm opening the door all the way. And
What?
he is
Can you
not
see this?
visually impaired.
It's true. Oh, yes, Michelle, we can see it. Very nice. It looks like you've got a lot of meat on there.
Well, that's 1 pound of hamburger.
Oh, there you go. Are you going to share it or are you just going to eat it by yourself?
I think I might have a friend come over for supper tonight when she gets
There you
home
Oh,
from work.
go.
that's good.
There you go, sharing.
Yes.
Okay.
We've got another person coming in.
And the other tip I will say is to clean up as you go. I think that helps a lot too. Clean as you go. As put things away. I'm always wiping the counter as I go just to keep a nice workspace.
Right, right.
Any other tips?
Let's see.
I also have a silicone strip that goes on the end of the oven rack so that when you reach your arm in to put something in or take something out, if you happen to brush up against the oven rack, it's not going to be giving you a burn.
That's awesome, Allison.
That has really helped with my daughter and I
So you
doing
put it,
things.
does it like wrap around the edge of,
Yes,
oh,
it wraps
that's
around the edges of
amazing.
the oven rack. And those I
That's
got through
smart.
Amazon as well
Mm-hmm.
as the knife guard to
Mm-hmm.
shield
Mm-hmm.
your fingers. That
Right.
came from Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I know people have cut gloves so
Mm-hmm.
that they also, instead of having the knife guard, people
Mm-hmm.
also have the cut gloves. So they wear those and
Mm-hmm.
it prevents you from getting cut.
Especially for people like who have any difficulties with their hands, any retinopathy, any kind of lack of feeling, those cut resistant gloves are really good to have.
But that's a
So,
really big help.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well, I love the idea about the silicone strip. I actually saw an oven in a training center that had a silicone top where it had the burner area cut out. So, it's always challenging to figure out how to center your pot. And every oven is different. And then, most people have those ovens where, like I do, where depending upon how you turn it on, the burner may be a different size. Like,
Right.
and so I loved this one because it literally had cutouts for where you put your pot depending upon how you were going to turn it on. And I thought that was really cool. And they just made it with silicone.
That is very cool.
Yeah, I loved it.
Another thing that I just thought of, people use high dots and they
Mm-hmm.
label their stove. So the
Mm-hmm.
front left burner
Yep.
is they put a high dot on that
Yeah.
to symbolize that's the front left burner. And then like
Knob. Yeah. Yeah.
the knob
Yeah.
for it. And then on the right, like the far right front burner, they could put a diamond
Yeah.
or something else
Yeah.
that's not round like the
Right.
front left
Well,
burner.
and just as a little general tip, I can't say this is 100%, but most often your outside burner knobs are your front burners and your inside ones are your back burners. Top.
Right.
Yeah. hmm So that generally follows suit. So any other good tips people have?
We've got a couple of new people in here. Well, we've got Elizabeth and we've got Debbie. Hey, Debbie.
Hey, Renee, I do have a question.
Okay.
What is the safest way to get your bagels out of your toaster?
Mm. Don't put them in there.
Because they are hot.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I
So
do? Oh,
tell
sorry,
us
go
what
on.
you do. Yeah.
Well, I just, I'm sure this will get some backlash. I just use like a knife, a sharp knife, and I put it on the edge and I pull it out. I poke it in the bagel and pull it out. Did we all just freeze? Hmm.
I think Renee
Oh,
might be
here
back.
we go.
Already,
There we
I'm
go.
back.
You were about to tell us, Renee.
It was a mystery, right?
It was, but I was scared what it was. Even Zoom didn't want to know.
They didn't.
No, for the love of God, no. Well, what I do, that was so bizarre. It was like it all shut
Yeah,
down. It shut
because
down.
it was me. That's why, because I asked the question.
I was gonna suggest using tongues.
Yeah, tongs. Yeah. I was thinking also what I use sometimes, depending. I use like a sharp knife and I poke it on the edge
As
and I
long
pull
as
it
you,
out.
yo, that's true. But I would unplug the toaster first.
Well, yeah.
But
I like being
I
shocked.
actually don't use a toaster anymore. I use a toaster oven, which I can't even say is safer, but it seems slightly safer.
Yeah, I haven't used a toaster in years. I use my
Yeah.
oven. I throw it in my oven. I'll make an
Oh,
omelet. I'll make
oh, I
my
just do the toaster oven, and
We have
yeah.
a
so
toaster oven now as well, and
yeah,
I just put it in there. But I do
yeah.
use the of glove and just grab because
Me
it's
too.
clean. I
Yep,
just
me
grab it
too.
the
hmm
tray and pull it out using
I
the of glove.
always use the of glove with the toaster oven because it can be very
It's
dangerous.
very hot,
It is.
very very
It
hot.
is. Yep.
So you don't want to stick your hand directly into that heat.
You don't. I think another tip I would say is be really organized. Know where your things are. In my pantry we have kind of a staples shelf. Just all those things that are just staples that you have. And then we have kind of the baking shelf, and then we have kind of the snack-ish kind of shelf. And it's really easy to just go and like on the snackish shelf is like the peanut butter, and I don't mean like treats and things. I mean just really the kind of the go-to snack things that are peanut butter and those kind of things. But it's really easy just to stick my hand in and pull out or at least land near where something is that I need because it's organized in that way. So I wish my refrigerator would stay that way. It doesn't. So,
Well, here's a
That
fun
is
one.
true. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No. Go on, Allison.
I was gonna say, when I'm making something, I pull out everything I need. I put it on a cookie sheet or on a tray or something, and I keep it right next to the bowl
mm-hmm,
so that all the spices, like
mm-hmm,
if I'm making pumpkin pie and there's cinnamon and nutmeg and ginger and like all kinds of
mm-hmm,
different things, I have all the little bottles lined up
mm-hmm.
and it's right there at my fingertips to be able to measure. And then my measuring spoons have um, on the back, there's again, I use the high dots.
Mm-hmm.
So a bigger dot is the teaspoon, tablespoon. The
Mhm.
tablespoon is the larger size.
Mm-hmm.
So that gets the larger shape. From Amazon, I have a whole bunch of different shaped stick-on dots. And there's not dots, but there's a rectangle shape, a
Yeah,
diamond shape, a
they're
circle shape.
tactile
Right.
bump
So those
dots. Yeah.
go on different things. The circles
Mhm.
are the tablespoon. The smaller circles are the teaspoon, so that I know. And then the measuring cup, I use my phone a lot too. I use the camera on my phone because I still have some vision.
Mm-hmm.
I take a picture of it and then I go back into the photo roll and I enlarge the picture on the screen
Mm-hmm.
so I know where I'm going, what I'm
Mhm.
doing. And I have the recipe pulled up next to me either in large print or if it's on my phone, I just highlight it and have it read the screen to me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know
I
what?
use Alexa for recipes a lot, by the way. If anyone hasn't done that, it really is fantastic.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. You have to yell at her to tell her one ingredient at a time. Please. I cannot work that fast.
Well, I want to ask you guys, we've got like a big group here. What is your favorite kind of stove, gas or electric?
Electric.
Electric.
I
Electric.
have an electric stove. I've never had gas before.
I haven't either, but I've been around it and it made me nervous. But
Yeah.
but what I find is we are nervous because it's not something we are familiar with. So I know plenty of people who love gas, and it's because that's what they're familiar with.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. What do you have, Renee?
I have gas and
Mm.
well, I mean a gas stove, not the other kind. And and I really like it because I'm not a fan of electric because for me, I like to see how much flame I have up or down, and I don't have that with the electric as much. I've had both of them, but I understand that it might be frightening, but I know that some people who have at least low vision, they like to see how far their flame is up or down. So I guess I think you've got a good point there. It depends on
Mm-hmm.
um what you're used to, what you're
Mm-hmm.
used to.
Mm-hmm.
Marcia, I haven't heard from you.
I'm the one that suggested the tongues.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Marcia and Debbie are both from Albany, and Debbie and I are on the board over at the Albany NFB, and Marcia has visited there and spoken to us. And you've got the
Okay.
foundation. What was the name of your
Yeah.
foundation again for kidneys?
Marsha Saving Grace Kidney Foundation. I'm getting ready to go and do an event in about 20 minutes now.
Uh-oh.
Very cool.
Well, thank you for popping
Yeah.
in. We love having you here.
Thank you. Thank you. I
Well,
appreciate it.
does anyone else have any other tips for in the kitchen? Adaptations for in the kitchen?
Not so much for in the kitchen, but I do have a grill basket thing that I used when I went to leadership training. I am the at-large chapter president of our NFB of Connecticut.
Mhm.
And one of the things that we did during leadership training was to cook a steak on the grill.
Mhm. Mhm.
And we were all under sleep shades because the NFB philosophy
Mhm.
is structured discovery.
Mhm.
So we are doing things by listening and by feel. So
Mhm.
we had a grill basket and we put our steak inside the grill basket and then we locked the handle and then we put the steak on the grill inside the grill basket. So
Mhm.
my husband bought me a grill basket and I don't know if you could.
Watching a battery percentage get lower and lower on one chapter, wondering what happens.
I don't know if you could see the grill basket that I'm holding up.
Yes, yes, we can see, yes.
It's
So
got
it's called a grill basket.
it's got a long handle on it.
Oh, okay.
It's
For many people,
it says adjustable chrome basket.
And that actually sits
Grill.
on the grill.
It sits on the grill. You put your steak
Oh,
inside
okay.
and then you put this on your grill.
Uh-huh.
And then we timed it because I like my steak medium rare. We
Mhm.
timed it and the steaks were not super thick, but they weren't thin. So we timed it at like 6 minutes per side.
Uh-huh.
And that was perfect for the size of steak that we had.
Okay.
And so then I unlocked the handle, I took the steak out and put it on my plate and brought it inside. And that was
Cool.
one of the activities that we did at leadership training.
That's
And it
neat.
was, I've never cooked on the grill before, but now that I know how to do that,
matters.
I'm able to do that by myself now.
Very
So is
cool.
is the handle there to help you just flip it? You just flip the steak that way?
Yes, you don't have to use anything else. It's already
Mhm.
locked inside the basket and you just hold on to the handle and turn it over. I
Cool.
also used oven gloves to hold on to it because it is a metal handle and it does get hot.
Mm-hmm.
It gets
Mm-hmm.
very, very
Yeah.
hot being on the grill.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
so
good.
that's
Thanks.
another,
Thanks
now
for
that
sharing that.
it's
Yeah.
summertime and going into fall, but people are still using the outdoor grill. And so I thought, geez, I'm going to talk about that too,
Yeah,
because
that's a
it
cool
has helped
thing.
me a lot be independent. My husband has shown me how to start the grill, which I'd never done before. So I was kind of nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I also made like onion roasted potatoes on the grill in a grill
Mhm.
basket. That was also really cool to be
Very
able to
cool.
do that
Sounds
Nice.
good.
now that I have some confidence in cooking on the grill. That was actually,
Grilling might have to be a future episode.
oh, okay.
I
And speaking of fall coming, I mean, we are close to fall. I did
Yes.
actually see pumpkin spice things in the store today.
Oh no, it's too early.
Pumpkin spice spiced waffles, and I don't remember what
Oh
else, but I
wow.
was like, was it really
Oh my gosh.
already? Well,
Well, Sylvia,
It
I
is the
have
end of
a
August
pumpkin,
almost.
I've got a pumpkin spiced wax melt going right now. I don't know if you can smell it, but
ha! See, already, Renee, it's a little early.
it's never too early.
Okay.
Ice wax melt. That sounds
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
It is. I
Well,
just want to eat it instead, but
well, you know what? We'll have to get into fall cooking soon. I think this has been a great conversation. Renee, are you ready to tell us who the recipient of our Any Day Cookware is this month?
yes, it is Michelle Ditter from the Blind Visionaries. Several of us have the Any Day Cookware. It's worth $168. It's microwave cookware. It's very nice, very durable,
Mhm.
beautiful. You've made some really cool things in it. Your cake with the soda can,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
amazing. What
I
did
made
it take 6 minutes to bake a cake in there?
something like that, and super moist.
Yep. Moist is the deal. So
Mhm.
word of the day. So thank you very much. And while I'm here, thank you for coming in, Jim and Jeff. If you guys are the male contingent, do you have any questions
I
or
can just say,
comments?
I can say hello.
Hi, Jeff.
So I'm Jeff. I'm in Minnesota, and I'm a gas stove user.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
I need a gas stove, a nice heavy duty stove, so I can put my big canner on the flame without breaking the gas or
Mm.
the glass cooktop that I had in my apartment before I moved.
Mm.
So I love the gas. I just don't like cleaning up after it.
Huh. Okay.
Yes. Now what needs to
Well, thank you to Allison and Michelle and to the Blind Visionaries Facebook group for being here with us today. And thank you to all of you who've joined us on the Cooking Without Looking TV show today. If you want today's recipes or past recipes, which there's always a ton of fabulous recipes, please go to the website www.cookingwithoutlookingtv.wordpress.com. And if you want to enjoy today's show, this one, or past shows, you can go to the Cooking Without Looking YouTube channel. Please remember to like, subscribe, and to share those videos and podcasts. You can also check out the podcast on Spotify or Heart Radio or anywhere that you get your podcasts, and on any Alexa-enabled device or the Victor Reader. And we'd love for you to think about donating to Vision World Foundation to help the mission to change the way we see blindness. Just go to the website again, www.cookingwithoutlookingtv.wordpress.com, and click on the PayPal link, which is, for those who can see, is at the top of the page. For more information, you can call 305-200-9104. Thank you to Any Day Gourmet Cookware for their support. And you can look for our next show in September. And thank you for being with us today on behalf of myself and Renee Rentmeester and all of us at Cooking Without Looking TV and Vision World Foundation. Bye for now. And don't forget to get your Cooking Without Looking apron, which I'm standing up and showing you right now. It's so cool. It's got great pockets. It's got great
Yes.
pockets.
Angela shared so many stories today, and I think it's so important to keep that in our heart and life. Like, not everyone is impacted in the same way. For one person, we think power might mean their television doesn't work. For someone else, this is power from that perspective. So when you identify those gaps, you'll start by saying, here's the problem. We want to ask, how do we turn that gap into opportunity? Next slide. And that requires. You want to see what we do best? We got the recipe for success. We don't need sight to make something good tonight. We're on in the kitchen, gonna show you what we got. Full of a spice of life, we're stirring up the pot. We're cooking without looking. Cooking without looking. Yeah.
Thank you,
Bye.
everyone. Thank you, Sylvia. Thank you, everyone,
Thanks,
for coming
Renee.
in. Michelle,
Bye.
Allison, Jim, Elizabeth. Bye for now.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.